Well, hello there. I'm Christine and welcome to my channel. And with today's video, I'm going to be sharing about getting a new deck and the beginning of how you can teach yourself to read tarot for yourself. I'm going to change cameras so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you. So just imagine you've acquired a new deck and it's in its box. And it doesn't have to be this deck. This is just the one I chose. And the reason I chose it is because they come up clear on the camera, and also they feel nice in my hands. That was the only reason I chose this deck today. So you can get them out of the box. They'll all be in a lovely neat order, and when I get a deck out, I usually like to shuffle them around and just start getting a feel for them. Now, there's no rules with shuffling. You shuffle the way that's right for you, because you can even wash them and mix them all up. One thing I like to do before I start a reading is I tend to put them all in upright positions, because I traditionally, for me, once again another myth, you can read reversals if you want. I don't read reversals, and I haven't read them ever, because for me, and I think I might have explained this on another video, I used to sit in church as a child and read the pictures of the stained glass windows of the cross, and I'd weave it into a story when I was a child, daydreaming instead of listening to the priest. And I just sort of see them as like stained glass window stories, pictures for me. And I wouldn't go into an art gallery and turn a picture upside down, but that's me. If you want to learn reversals, every tarot book out there has reversals in it. Go for it. But for me, I like to put them in order so that when I do a reading and a reversal comes out, I know that that's in reverse for a reason, not just because, oh, I want to be able to read reversals and show everyone how I can do it. That's my take. But if you are someone that wants to do it, teach yourself to read reversals, and power to you. But anyway, I believe each day it's a good idea to get your deck out and start feeling for your deck. We used to say years ago, because I said this on a video and someone messaged me the other day, you got a deck and you worked it in. Because in my time of being a reader, in the 80s, there weren't many decks around like there were today, and generally you had your trusty tarot deck that you connected with, and you work that deck in, and you can build up a really good bond with your deck, an energetic bond, I'll call it. So you just give them a shuffle, and I recommend you do this each day, and then start by just going through each card. So here today we have the cups, and what do we see? A beautiful cup with water flowing. There's water lilies, no mud, no lotus, and there's also a bird of peace. And the card here has a cloud. Now, cups are generally things that we flow. As you can see with this one, it's flowing. And it's also, the lotuses can be no mud, no lotus, which I think I said before. And so this is a time of peace after trouble. So if someone's you're asking a question, oh, I'm wondering what's going to happen about X, and this card comes up first, then you know, yes, you can see you've been troubled about that, but it looks like peace is going to be restored. Peace will come, and that would be just one card reading. I don't recommend one card readings, and I just think it's when you read one card at a time, which there's nothing wrong with if that's what you want to do, but for me, I like to read and have a story flow, and I hope to on up the track teach that. But just for today, and as I said, just go through your deck. There's 3 cards. You're seeing 3 women. They're enjoying themselves. It's got nice colors. Look at the card and think, what am I seeing there, and how does it make me feel? So clearly that's a card of happiness and sharing and dancing, maybe a party, maybe they're celebrating because they've got good news, or maybe they're just celebrating because they did a project together and it's come out well. There's our King of Swords sitting there. And when you get your cards, you'll notice there's all bits and pieces there, but initially just look at the first thing that comes out at you. When you're thinking of the suit of swords, what do we do with swords? We use them to protect ourselves. We use them to wave in the air to send a symbol, this isn't going to work. And we also use them to draw a line and cut. We use them to cut people out or cut them up. Stabbing, so they can be fighting energy, but also they can be, this is where I draw in a line in the sand. Enough is enough. So the minor arcana are a little bit like the playing cards because that's how they were before. These are illustrated because if you think of the Marseille deck, it came with majors illustrated and the minors were like pip cards. Cups were cups and battens were battens. Swords were swords and hearts were hearts. But these, with the Rider-Waite deck, it's fully illustrated, which is a bonus because you've got a picture to tell a story. So here's our sword, and you just go through your deck one at a time and get familiar with it each day, shuffle it each day, and one thing you can do, and I recommend you start a journal because they're great to go back and see how far you've come. They're great to sort of just put your thoughts down. It's just a nice way of connecting, but you don't have to. I didn't journal back in the 80s, but it's very popular now, and if you get something from it, power to you. But giving the cards a nice shuffle each day is putting your energy into the cards. And one thing you can do, you can think, what do I need to know today? And you can do what's called a shuffle cut, where you just bring that over and you can turn it over that way, and then you take the bottom one like so, and you would read those two cards instantly. Now if you want to be someone who learns to read one card at a time, that's okay. Everyone learns differently. So here we see the Four of Swords. There's a stained glass window, and a slab here, like knights were always laid out on slabs in churches and things, and not in the actual church itself, in the burial part of it. I can't think what they call that. But he's having a rest. He needs time out, perhaps he needs some healing, and then he's going to be able to transition. I should be careful using that word transition, but move forward in life one way or another. I don't see that as a death card. I know I use the word transition, but transition means lots of things to me, because he could be just taking some time out and be able to move forward. And so, but getting back to my question, what do I need to know today? These cards are telling me that perhaps when I need a rest, have a rest, and when I'm ready to move forward, everything will go forward just the way I want it to go. And I'll be looking back at the end of the day and realizing how good it was that I took that time out when I needed it. So if you can start, if you want, with one card at a time, and I know there's books out there that tell you to do that, and that's wonderful. There's many ways to learn. I like to do the shuffle cut thing to begin with if someone is asking me how to learn, because it starts you linking your mind linking to more than one card. So if you have any questions, please get back to me, and remember, put your energy into your card, do a shuffle cup, journal if you want, or that. And also, one good thing with this quick spread is if you are in a hurry and you've got a burning question there, just say, just say you're on call for work and it's a new job and you're uncertain how you're going to go, and you've been waiting to think, are they going to call me in? Am I going to get a shift? And all of a sudden you get that call 2 hours and says, can you come into work in 2 hours time? And you're thinking, oh hell, and you race around and you have a shower and you put your makeup on and blah 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 blah, and then the next thing you can grab your cards, particularly if you don't have them packed away and you have them accessible, if you're able to do that, and you can just think about, what can I expect from this shift today? Well, the cards, what's the message in the cards for the shift? What's the energy around this shift? There's many things you can think to ask. What do I need to know about this shift? And then you can do your shuffle cut like that. Take that one, and then you can turn them over that way. I know I did it a bit like differently before, but that's many ways to do it. And here we go. It's going to feel awkward at first because you've got the devil card there. There's a little bit of the boss is there. The boss is agitated, perhaps. Perhaps there's someone there agitated because things aren't going to plan. And then you've come in and they're wondering, you are going to know how you're going to go because you're new, and some people don't like showing around new people, whatever. But you're going there, these cards are telling me that perhaps you're going there with a sense of tension. However, in a very short time, the light's going to come through. So just flow with it. Don't let yourself get shackled by the idea of it's tense and it's new and I'm new and I don't know them and they don't know me. Oh my goodness. Just go with the flow, because there'll be someone there to give you some guidance, and you'll have the universe looking after you. Give yourself a chance to put the white light around you, take some breaths and open your heart chakra, but just seal off a little bit your base chakra so that you don't take in any negativity that's got really nothing to do with you, going by this card, and move into the light, because you're going to find by the end of the day everything's worked out fine, and you've also made a new work friend with that. Now, you might look at these cards and interpret them differently, and that's okay too. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.